everyone, hope you're all okay, hope you had a nice weekend. Right, I'm coming on this morning to show you some bits that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks, and they're going to be my final things for the 100 things challenge. They're all the same, it's journals I've been making, they're all the same, but I've been doing the 100 things challenge for 2 years and 3 months now. I've still not finished it, so I thought, right, this is the final things, and that's it then. Right, the first thing I'll show you is this is, oh god, here we go with the lighting again. It does my head in. That's made absolutely no difference. Kylie Coo put a video up last week, I think it was, and she made a torn journal, and I thought, oh, I really like that idea. I knew exactly the cover or sort of cover I was going to do, and she wanted, because she was away, I think, doing other stuff in July, I think she said she had to go away, and she just wanted something simple to take and something that she didn't have to think about, so she just literally tore some papers up, and I thought, that's really my cup of tea. So after I'd finished watching it, I went and thought, right, we'll have a go at that. I've got some stuff, so just to tie it, I've just used one of these beaded trims that I made, crocheted trims that I made ages ago. And this, the cover is some textured wallpaper that I've used on my jelly plate that I used for jelly printing. I knew immediately, I thought, oh, I've got all those papers that I'm going to use one of those. And Kylie sewed her signature, I believe, just with a pamphlet stitch, but I was too lazy. I think she did. I was too lazy, and I thought, I'm just going to staple it. I've got my long reach stapler that, excuse me, Mr. Doodle bought me for my birthday, so I just stapled it. I think the first thing I'm going to do in it is paint the inside of it. But I just love it, and it's just, you know, what a great idea. It's just using all different scraps of all sorts. This was some piece of newspaper when I was doing newspaper, like to make gift wrap and that with. I did quite a lot of it a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago at Christmas time. And this, well, that's not a Christmassy one, but that was a piece that was left. It's just a piece of screwed up painty paper. It's the same. That was, who had I been watching? Laurie Marie Jenkins, I think, where she'd been, but it went a bit cack. She'd been using acrylic paints and dropping alcohol on, but I didn't. And then I think I put some sort of, yeah, sorry, I'm just sniffing it, some sort of sealer on there, can't remember what. Oh, this was just out of a, not a comic book, yeah, some sort of a humorous book that I'd picked up from one of the charity shops. A piece of painty card, painty paper, that was just out my scrap box of brown papers. That was I think I was playing with chalk pastels on there. There's a piece of deli paper. This piece of card I couldn't rip, so I cut it with my pinking scissors. That was another piece. And that's it, basically. And they're all just the other sides. But I just love that. Oh, what a good idea. It's a quick and easy thing out of any sorts of scrap stuff. Love it. So that's number 87, I think. Well, I won't go through all the numbers, but right, the next thing, I've had a bad back recently, so I've been taking lots of pills. And Mr. Doodle takes regular medication anyway, and he's often said to me, you know, are these any good? I says, well, yeah, I could start saving them, but I'm not going to bother anyway, because I've just had a bad back. I thought, oh, well, I'll keep that and I'll do something with it. But then I thought, well, why throw the box away? So I made this little book and I love it. I really love it. I do hope you can see all right. I've got the light on and the blinds open, but just a little book with some painty papers in. I just used it. Well, these are bits that I've left over from doing other journals. They're just, oh, that's it. I just literally cut them with scissors. I didn't measure anything. So, I mean, all I did was just folded folded it up like that, and then you've already got the little spine. Just a little upside down pocket that side, and on that side. Oh, these are just the leftover pieces. Yeah, these are oh, not Pebeo paints, are they? I don't even know where I've put them. Oh, these ones, Lumiere's, what Mr. Doodle bought me for my birthday. Lumiere paints. So I just went over it with the 3 different colours. We've got the Halo Blue Gold. I love these, they're so pretty. Halo Violet Gold and Pearlescent Magenta. And I added some, let's have a look, this texture paste. This brand is really expensive, of all sorts of things, and you don't see stuff on offer very often, but oh, I've had this and another one, what is it, a structure gel, and they were dirt cheap, and I've had them about 5 years. But normally I wouldn't buy that sort of thing because it's expensive. So I just dabbed some of that round first and then just painted over it. And then I thought, oh, I wanted some little words and it feel me, because I'm all textured and lovely. And then I just wanted one of my little bunny flowers on. So that's that. Oh, and the whole of the box I covered, you know, you get the do's and don'ts and leaflet inside there. Look at the shimmer inside the box. Well, I just covered the whole box with that on the inside and outside as well. So that's that one. Right, let's get a move on. And then we've got loads of other laminated. I had a bit of a laminating frenzy. This one's my painted papers, which I've just literally done it with elastics, and this one wants some more in, and just put loads of, I'm not going to go through every page, but just put loads of papers. That's, well, this one's years old. I used to do a lot of plant selling, do a lot of plants, and would just put them outside, and these were some of the leaflets that I put outside, you know, saying what the prices were. I didn't used to put prices on, I just used to put take what you want, pay what you want, and please put money through the letterbox, I think that said. That sort of thing. All sorts of bits of junk I've collected from different places. So that was that one. Excuse me. It's another painty paper one. So I had a bit of an accident with my, because I'm very stupid, with my laminator. Right, so a little story. I was doing some laminating, not this one, this was that after the event test piece. I was doing some laminating, and then I'd got the next day, I thought, oh, I don't know what to do, what shall I do? Oh, I've got some little pieces, because I've got an A3 laminator. I thought, oh, I've got some little pieces left. I know what I'll do. I've got some, oh, what's it called? The fibre stuff that melts. I can't think what it's called. Oh no, I don't know where it is to show you. But anyway, the fibre stuff that you can melt. So I thought, I know what I'll do. And I knew that it wasn't going to work. I got Sally Sensible on one shoulder saying, no, 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 don't do that. That's a very silly thing. That won't work. And the Devil D on the other shoulder saying, ah, oh, don't listen to that silly woman. Go on, go for it. So I listened to Devil D, and I shouldn't have done. I should have listened to Sally Sensible. So I got these. I got this little piece about 4 by 5 inches, and I put this. And it wasn't a complete. It was 2 separate pieces. It hadn't got the closed in end to it. So I got a piece, and I put this fibre that melts in between on one piece, put the other piece on the top. I'm like, it's not going to work, it's too small. Nah, go on, go for it. Put it through the laminator and waited, and it didn't come out the other side. No surprises there. So, Mr. Doodle. And I just knew it wouldn't work, and it didn't work. And I think I've seen, this is what was left. One bit sort of like got stuck, and the top piece I was able to pull out, but this piece had totally vanished. He was like, why do you do these things when you know it? Well, you just have to try it, don't you? So that's what happened. That's the stuff. I just can't think what it's called. Do they call it angel hair or something? That's not its proper name, but I tried. I'm very trying. But yes, anyway, back to the projects. So he said, right, he took it all to pieces, because I knew he wouldn't mind. He likes a little task like that. So he took it all to pieces, and that just came straight out. There was no problems. He said, well, go and try it. So this was the next thing that I tried, a piece of painted card. And again, it's just got all pieces of, there's four signatures. I should still put some more in as and when I find bits. Got bags and bits of wallpaper and leaflets from places, envelopes, bags, wallpaper, all that sort of thing. I mean, these are borders of wallpaper, and I bet I've had these 15 years easily. Easily 15 years. So it's time they got used. So that's that one. Oh my god, and I'm on 13 minutes. Right, this is another one that haven't put anything in. It's that one. My brother-in-law, when we went out, ages ago, went to a little cafe in the range that's called Dee Dee's Cafe. My name's Dee Dee. So he went and asked, and I said, have you got any of them to spare? So she says, well, not really, but I think there's some out the back. So I've got. So anyway, he got me 2 of these. He said, can you do anything with them? I said, of course I can. So I just cut that down a bit and laminated that and made another one. Oh, I glued it onto some red cardstock to start with, and then laminated it. And again, it's all just different bits of, that's another piece of border. That's that one. Ah, and this one, I can't remember why I put that down there. Something had gone wrong with this one, I think, or it had started to bubble. Sometimes it lifts off and I'm not quite sure why. But it just, yeah, I think that was it. It just started to lift off a little bit there. I mean, I put them through twice, but the others are all right. This one's all right. There's that one. Oops. So I'm not going to go through them all. It's just... oh, this one wants some more in it. Loads of wallpaper. Chinese leaflets and bits and bobs, cards from the tops of pegs and all sorts of rammel in there. It's that one, and then I did, these are what I did a couple of weeks ago, these ones. Just well, I've got all my pads of paper. This one I'd scored it in the wrong place. It doesn't matter. And this one, what's this? Oh, this has got some tea-dyed papers in. Well, all these papers are sat outside, punching the corners and that, rounding the corners outside the other week when it was nice. It's got 4 signatures in again. It's that one. These ones are papers from the works. That's that one, and there's 2 here, the same. Now these, yeah, this size, I can just get 2. I practiced on a piece of, just a piece of normal paper to start with, to cut them, you know, get the sizes to how I wanted them, that so that I could, you know, get 2 out of the 12 by 12 sheet. And I did have to cut 1/2 inch, I think it was, off so that it there I could get 2 across in my laminating pouch. What's this one got in it? This one's got some of my papers that I did earlier in the year. I think these are, yeah, these are tea. I didn't bother laminating the inside cover. Have I stapled? No, I haven't stapled them, so they're all in loose. There's that one. That one. I think this has got the, yeah, more or less the same tea papers in that one. And I think there's about 160 sheets of paper in altogether, both counting both sides. I was going to say they're vintage buttons, but they're not vintage buttons, those. I've shown you that one, haven't I? And there's these 2. Again, all these ones I'm showing you now are from the 12 by 12 pads. Are these vintage buttons? No. No. These are pretty. Yeah, they're tea as well. I think I did all tea papers. Oh, I've got round the corner on that one, look. I like this one. Leave that one like that, and I'll remember to do it. And then there's that one. So they're all pretty much the same. Tea papers, yeah. So at least I'm using some of my paper pads up. And I do want to make some more of these because I'm thinking of opening my Etsy shop up again. I haven't put anything in there for absolutely, well, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. Why won't that go back on there? There. Is that one? Is that upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. Is that vintage? No, that's not a vintage button. But if I do open my Etsy shop, I'll let you know. But I shan't be, not a person that will be coming on and plugging Etsy all the time. That's not me. But at the same time, I know, you know, some people, because I have sold this sort of thing privately before, when people have got in touch and, you know, said, oh, will you sell me something? I have done that, but I'm just not a person. I can plug anybody else's channel, but I'm not a person to keep coming on and plugging my own channel. It's not me. So that is they. And if anybody thinks it's cheating having each individual thing for the 100 Things Challenge, then I really do not care. Oh dear. Yeah, so I'm calling that it now. Right, so thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry it's gone on for 21 minutes and most of it's been twaddle, but there we go. So thanks very much for watching, and thank you to Rebecca at Dancing with Pitbulls for doing the 100 things, starting the 100 Things Challenge. It has been fun for 2 years. But it's time to lay it to rest now for me. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.